who are the best power forwards in the NBA right now? Well, today we're going to discuss that, starting with Aaron Gordon here. So, Smasher, give us his stats.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon on this season is averaging 14, 6.5, and 3 assists with a steal. And he's been the third best player on the Nuggets and the second best when Jamal Murray was out with injury. In
I don't
my
think
opinion, he's either C or B tier.
that's exactly what I was about to say, C or B.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I
I
think I think I like him in B just because he's already shown he can be on a winning team. He's already won a
yeah,
championship, and he's very solid. He doesn't put up great numbers, but he's good at what he does.
and he
Yeah.
can dunk.
Yeah, and like you said, he's been good with Jamal Murray out, and he's shown that he can step up if need to be. So I think B's yeah.
All right, next up we've got Santi Aldama, who is injured at the moment. Should be back soon. He's averaging 10, 5, 2 assists, and about 0.7 steals, 0.7 blocks. He's not very good.
Pretty
And
average.
He's not even supposed to be starter.
Pretty
He's not great,
average.
but we're definitely gonna see a lot worse players on here than him. He's a solid role player, you know.
Oh, yeah, it's C. Probably mid C.
Yeah, I think
I'd
mid
say
C
low
is right.
C.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Yeah, he's not awful, but like he shouldn't even be starting for them. It should be Steven Adams and then Jaren Jackson Jr. at power forward. Next up we got Paolo having an amazing sophomore season. 23 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.1 steals, zero point 0.6 blocks.
My goat right there, Apollo. B at the
Mine?
absolute lowest.
I would put him pretty confidently in A and feel
Yes.
good about that.
I
Yeah,
agree.
he's
I would
A
go.
tier.
Yes,
I'm
agree.
bottom of A. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's definitely stepping it up this season and proving that he can carry the Magic and be their future.
If
Next
he-
up, we've got Nicholas Batum. Is somehow the starting power forward for the 76ers, as listed on ESPN. Averaging 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block.
F.
Listen,
Do I have to elaborate on that or
yeah,
F?
Yeah, he's not
F
great.
tier. Yeah, gotta put him down there.
he's bad. He is not good. Next up we got Caleb Williams.
Caleb
Wanna
Williams?
start us off with? Oh,
It's Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin.
Get her right.
Caleb
huh?
Martin, not the quarterback from USC. Aiden, he's on your team. What are your thoughts on him?
His season's been a little interesting because the stats don't tell you the full story. He's had two pretty decent injuries. They've affected how he's played, but when he was fully healthy, he was playing really good. I think we put him in C, and I think we feel good about that.
Yeah, I'm good with C.
I agree.
I'd put him.
He's
I'd
he's
also
better
put
than
him
Aldama.
Yeah.
He's better than Aldama.
Next up, we've got one of the best 3-point shooters in the league, Cam Johnson. He's averaging 15, 5, 2.5 with 0.8 steals, and a 41% from 3.
One of the best 3-point shooters in the league until I bet on him.
I'm pretty high on Cam Johnson. I'd have him high C, low B.
B, low B.
Yeah, I agree with
I
low
think
B.
he's on the same level as
I was-
Aaron Gordon.
Yeah.
I love
I
his
think-
game.
I
He's
think
really
he's-
good at shooting.
I mean, if you really want to, you could put him above Aaron Gordon just for that 3-point shot. But I think we're good with them right next to
Aaron
each other.
Gordon he was on a championship team. I still
exactly.
can't go past that for him. Next up, we've got the infamous Draymond Green.
Do we have a prison tier?
Obviously serving another suspension again, averaging his famous triple single of 9, 5.5, 5.8, with 0.4 steals and 0.7 blocks.
We need like a penalty box tier.
I don't like Draymond, but I can admit, in his heyday, with those championship runs, he was possibly the best defender in the NBA. Problem is, his body's catching up with him, and he's serving all these suspensions. I've got him being generous, high C.
Put him in D for dirty. Dirty ass player.
No, C's the right
think-
place for Draymond
yeah,
at
I
this
think-
this current point in his career.
Yeah, I think I'll put him in C. His numbers aren't like amazing anymore, and the league's caught up with him. Now every single big man can pass. But I mean, he is shooting 42% from three, and while he's been serving all these suspensions, it's not like the Warriors have played well. They've been
I
horrific.
mean, I'm honestly gonna put him above these guys mainly because I've seen how bad Steph Curry's been without him. Steph Curry has
Yeah.
struggled without Draymond.
I would say
Draymond's
he's more of a
definitely
leader of the team than Steph Curry is.
Steph
Draymond's
Curry
a
needs
big piece of that team.
Steph Curry needs those illegal screens from Draymond, or else he's just not good. And that's-
Generational legal screen
He
setup.
does need those. Next we've got the big block boy, Evan Mobley. 16 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, about a steal, and 1.7 blocks.
I think he's on the same level as Aaron Gordon and
Best-
Cam Johnson, based
Best
on
defensive power forward, in my opinion.
I would
Besides
say
Giannis.
he's probably like the lowest in the A tier, just because of how he's a fantastic defender because of his length, but his offensive game hasn't really expanded in the way you wanted it to when you drafted him super high. But he's still a fantastic defender, and he
I
can
would
dunk
like
the
to say
ball. You know what I mean? He can dunk.
He does have the most blocks, averages the most blocks of every power forward by
Yeah.
quite a decent amount. Like
Yeah, he's
he,
got that
I
length.
agree with your
Yeah.
judgment there. Oh,
S tier.
Yeah, no, not us.
I've got him
Not us.
definitely
Last of
below
A.
Paolo, but like man, he's good enough on defense that he's like a bit like Jaren Jackson Jr., but better at
Less shit.
rebounding.
Less shit.
Can actually rebound. Next, no arguments here. Giannis
Put him
S
in S.
tier.
Yeah, put him in S.
S tier.
Goat.
He's averaging 31.4, 11.5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1.3 steals, 1.2 blocks. He does everything. Like he can drop 50 on your head when he wants. He's that dominant. Next up, we've got one of the tank commanders on the Portland Trailblazers, Jeremy Grant, who just signed, what was it, $200 million deal?
Too much money.
22 points, 3.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.7 blocks. He is not a good defender, but like he has an offensive bag. I can definitely say that.
He's a pure bucket. That's all he does. He just gets buckets.
I think
He'll
I want to
score.
take my bias out for how much he's getting paid, and just based on how he is as a player, I'm going high C, low B.
I would put him in B. I think
Definitely
those
B.
points are great,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's the fact for me that he's still efficient. He's still shooting 41% from three. If his
I think-
efficiency was bad, I'd put his ass in C. You know what I
Cam
mean?
Johnson's going to be slightly better for me because he's a bit more of an off-ball guy, and I'm pretty sure he averages a little bit more steals and
Well, Jeremy Grant
a
only
bit
scores.
more
that's
rebounds,
all
a
he
bit more
does.
assists. Next up, we've probably got the guy that's behind Giannis. No argument there. KD, 30 points per game, 6.5 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal, a block, and a 3-point percentage that is ridiculous. 47.4%. Everyone else that shoots better than him, besides probably Malik Beasley, does not shoot enough threes for it to really be counted. So,
I remember when Malik Beasley was a Laker and shot nothing.
KD is
So mad about that.
really, really good. Having one of his best seasons ever.
Yes.
Next, we've got Jabari Smith Jr., power forward on the Rockets. He's averaging 14, 8.6, 1.5, 0.6 steals, and 0.8 blocks. He, again, in my opinion, is having a much worse sophomore season, especially when he was supposed to be on the same level as Paolo and clearly isn't.
Yeah, he ain't as good as Paulo, and he may never be as good as Paulo is.
When I look at this list, he's definitely better than these two. I would argue he's better than Draymond.
I think we should put
He's
him in
not
B.
better than.
I
He's
was
not
gonna
better than Jeremy Grant.
I was gonna say right behind Aaron Gordon.
Oh, actually, I could say I don't know whether he's better than Cam Johnson.
I would put him ahead of Cam Johnson just because he's got that big body. He can do some stuff with it. He gets a lot of rebounds. His
Problem
efficiency's
is,
not awful.
yeah, okay, I'll agree with you
And
there. I'll
and
put him there.
I think his points per game is more because of Van Vliet, Sengun, Jalen Green, Cam
He does
Whitmore
get a
even scores a
lot of
little
stuff
bit.
taken from him.
Yeah.
Next game, we've got another one of the best tank commanders, Kyle Kuzma.
Lakers
22.6 points, 6.1 rebounds, 4.2 assists, zero point 0.3 steals, zero point 0.6 blocks. I'm not sure about Kuzma. I think he's at least B tier. Like he's in the B tier somewhere, but I
I
don't know
I
where.
I I like Kuzma. He puts up great numbers. His efficiency isn't like fantastic, but like I feel like how Kuzma could legitimately be a good player on a really, really, really good team. The
Yeah, I
problem
agree with that.
is he's on the Wizards.
I feel
So
like if he was developed right and if he got a team well built around him, he could be an all-star. He's good enough at everything that he could be the sort of guy that averages a triple-double. Like
that
he
does
does a little
what?
bit of everything.
No,
I
he
think he
can't
could average
average
a
a triple
triple-double
double.
on a good
No,
team.
no. He won't average a triple double. He's
Not
not
average,
that
sorry,
good.
not average a triple-double, but like be able to put up triple-doubles. Like
Yeah,
be a
probably.
guy.
Yeah, I was about to say
Um,
average triple double is
I'm
He
gonna
a
crazy.
guy. He
say,
is a guy, bro.
are we thinking better than Jabari Smith?
I think he's probably a better player than Jabari Smith Jr.
I will still put him below Aaron Gordon because
Yeah.
championship experience and all. And yeah,
Was Kuzma not on the
um,
Lakers championship team?
I don't think Kuzma was
I'm
Kuzma on
pretty
the
sure he
Lakers for that
was.
championship. Yeah, he didn't. He wasn't a main player on that team. He was bench rider.
He's still developing.
Next we've got Bulls legend Larry Markkinen. 24 points, 8.6 rebounds, 1.6 assists, zero point 0.9 steals, and 0.7 blocks. I A tier, but where?
I think I would put him above Evan Mobley just because, damn, can he shoot for a 7-footer?
He is
He can
very
shoot.
uncontestable.
He can shoot.
Shooting almost 40% as a 7-footer and not being KD is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. And next we got LeBron.
The boo boo
LaFraud.
bear.
Lapuki.
The boo boo bear.
LeBron. He's having a down year, but he's still LeBron. I mean, a down year for him, and he's still averaging 25, 7, and 7 with 1.5 steals.
LeBron is either going to be the first person in A tier or the last person in S tier.
I
don't
agree with
have him
that.
in S tier just because
Just
of how
because
good
he's
KD and Giannis are.
LeBron.
But like, I think he's top of A tier. Like, he's not quite Giannis KD, but he's right behind them. But you guys, what are your arguments for having him in S tier?
I think A tier is fine, bro.
Yeah.
I think
Young.
A tier's fine. I think we can move it later because there's a certain player on this list that you might want to
Yes.
put in S tier who LeBron is just as good as.
Okay.
I
think I already
I
know
know
who
I
that
know who
player
you're
is.
talking about, and I'm actively looking at their stats. I don't know about that.
Well, next up we have
The GOAT.
Jeremy Sochan, and he will be getting dumped. I'm gonna put him just ahead of Batum because you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna argue for him D tier. I know Aiden, you hate him, but I think he's a D tier.
He can play defense.
Mainly that, yeah. He can play defense.
D
He's
for
kind of a
defense.
combo guy,
Yeah, D for defense.
and he's definitely better than Batum, but he's also just not very good. Next up we have the. This was a hard one for the Pacers because technically they do flop between starting Obi Toppin and Jalen Smith a lot, but I went with Jalen Smith here because that is the guy that was listed as starting for them on ESPN. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 0.3 steals, 0.5 blocks. I think he has good potential, but I also think his play right now, I'm putting him either high D or low C.
He is
That's exactly
below.
where I put
He
him,
is
yeah.
below Sochan.
I don't think he's below Sochan.
Sochan's really bad, dude.
I don't think he's below Sochan. I'm putting him above Sochan, but in D tier. He's
Yeah.
not
Can
awful.
I ask why?
Jalen Smith, I just think that he brings more to the table, and I feel he rebounds. He's a bigger guy playing power forward. He shoots it pretty well. Like, he's got a 3 ball if he needs to use it. He shouldn't, because, God, he's
His-
awful at it, but
His
he can
percentages
use
are better,
it.
but that's it. Like,
No, actually, he's shooting really well from 3 this season, 48%.
like I
He
said,
doesn't take many,
his
but
percentages are better, like way better. You know what? Never mind. I'll give it to you. Everything else is close enough to where I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was.
Never mind.
Next we've got the guy who's kind of come out of nowhere this year and having a bit of a breakout year, Jalen Johnson. He's averaging hold on, I've lost it. He's averaging 15, 8, 3, 1.1 steals and 0.8 blocks. Since coming back from injury, he's had he's getting a lot of he's had 4 double-doubles, including 2 games where he scored over 20 points. I'm putting him high C.
High C. I'd stick him in like the middle of B and feel pretty good about that.
Really? Okay.
I think
I don't
think
mind that.
all of his numbers might be better than Jabari Smith Jr.'s.
Ooh, I still would rather have Jabari Smith Jr. though.
I think Jabari
But-
Smith sucks and gets a lot of credit because he was drafted so high.
Alright, no, I'm not. Don't have opinions too strong on it. I'll put him ahead.
When it comes to that B tier, you can kind of just stick any of them anywhere.
That's kind of real.
I'm
That's kinda real.
No,
I
Aaron
think
Gordon
Aaron
needs to be in
Gordon
front.
definitely deserves to be at the top. Besides that, it is kind of a mix and match.
Yeah.
Next we have, he's probably more of a small forward realistically, but he's been playing power forward this season, so I'll put him there. Kawhi Leonard,
A tier.
the fun guy. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 3.4 steals, 3.4 assists, 1.8 steals, which is 6th in the league, and about a block. So I'm staying A tier, and I
Honestly,
would say he's better than Mobley.
Pick a side of Polo. Pick either side of Polo.
I would say he's
Yeah.
better than Markkanen.
Yeah, I would
I would
be
argue
more
worse than
inclined
Pell,
to
actually.
put him. I think he's better than Paulo Banchero. I
I think
watched
Pella's having a
him.
better season.
I
but-
watched him play.
I mean,
I've
whatever,
watched
look
the,
at this.
I've watched the Heat play the Magic, and I've watched the Heat play the Clippers. Kawhi's unstoppable. He looked unstoppable. We
We're
couldn't get
actually
past him
gonna-
on when he was on defense. We couldn't stop him from scoring on offense.
43% from 3 is really
Yeah.
good.
He's having a great
That's a good
season.
3-point percentage.
LeBron locked him up. LeBron had him in help. He not better
LeBron
than
James also LeBron James.
Yeah, LeBron's a LeBron.
That's why
I mean,
LeBron's
he's
above
not
him on the
LeBron.
list.
That's real.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Like,
Next, we've got another one of the best shooters in the league, Keegan Murray. Probably not best efficiency-wise, but man, does he take a lot of threes.
He
16
does. He takes a
points,
lot of-
5.5 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 1.2 steals, 0.4 blocks. And the reason why I say he does take a lot of threes was December 17th last year actually, 47 points, 12 made threes, 70%. So he's got the potential to go off. And he's on a team where he is the third option behind Fox and Sabonis.
And Malik Monk
I think
sometimes.
he also has to go B
Like the
tier.
legend.
I think. Would I? I think I would
put him
rather.
I'd put him just over definitely Cam Johnson.
I'll be honest with you. If I was building a team right now, I'd want him over Kyle Kuzma on my team
It's
Oh.
because
What?
he's great. He's fantastic.
I'm so tempted to
And
even
Jesus
say put
Christ,
him
can he
above
shoot.
Aaron Gordon.
no.
I can't put him above Aaron Gordon just because if Aaron Gordon had never won a championship, he'd be below like 4 of those people. But he did. So
He did win that championship. And that was an important championship.
Yeah.
So where are you putting him?
I would put him either side of Kuzma, whichever one you feel like doing.
I think I'd put him. Well, what do we think? Let's do a vote. I'll go under. Aiden goes over.
Under.
Under AJ.
Come on now. He's not
Well,
better than Kuzma.
I can't. If under.
All right.
Damn. Oh well.
Next up, we got Jalen Williams. The Jalen Williams that starts for the Thunder. 18, 4, 4, 1 steal.
That's pretty good. I'm honestly
He's
seeing B
very
tier.
consistent.
He's
He's
another B
consistent
tier
for
kind
his
of guy.
Yeah.
I
Put him over Kuzma. Legitimately, put him over Kuzma. Because he's also putting up those numbers on a team with Shea and Chet.
I think just because of
That's
his
very true.
efficiency,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah, I
very
think-
efficient. Like,
Yeah, and he has to deal with Shea hogging the ball.
I think the only
Yeah,
reason I
hog.
don't put him above Aaron Gordon, not only
he
the
go to
championship,
championships?
but his rebounds. He does not get
Yeah.
as many rebounds as Aaron Gordon. So, can't quite put him above. Next, we've got Derek Jones Jr., who is the starting power forward for the Mavericks, even though he's listed as a small forward. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. I watched him a lot when he was on the Bulls. He's very short for a small forward. For a power forward.
Yeah.
He's 6'6", with not that much of a reach, but man does he jump. And
Mm.
he's an athlete.
Very, very similar to Caleb Martin. I think Caleb Martin is like 6'5" and plays power forward.
I was gonna say he's either just below or just above Caleb Martin. I'll go over, but
Let's
I
just
think
put
it's
him
up
up
to
for
you
Caleb
guys.
Barton.
I was gonna
I
say
think you
right
should put him
below
under,
Jeremy Grant or above
'cause
Jalen Green.
Caleb Martin single-handedly beat the
Jamie
Celtics in the
Green.
Eastern Conference Finals.
I think
Okay.
Derek Jones Jr. is definitely worse than Jeremy Grant, but
Jeremy Bum.
I think he's also worse than Draymond because of the leadership Draymond brings. But
Okay.
he's a really good player. Next up, we've got the criminal. The criminal, Miles Bridges.
Can we make a new tier for a criminal and put him in there?
Well, then we'd also have to put Draymond.
Yeah, then
down
I'd petition for Draymond in there.
Well, Draymond didn't beat his wife.
there. Yeah, but Draymond beat random people on the
Jordan Poole deserved
court.
Jordan
Jordan
Poole did
Poole
deserve it.
He kind of did. Miles Bridges is averaging 27, 3 with 1.2 steals and 0.6 blocks.
I think this is
I would
not
also
a
like
tier guy.
I would also like to point out
Pretty
he's currently
mid
playing the fourth
efficiency,
most
but-
minutes per game in the league. He's out there every second of the game.
Okay,
But
maybe that brings
it
it back
is-
a little bit.
It is
The Hornets
pretty
have nothing
mid
else.
efficiency.
I'd be comfortable
either
putting
putting
him above Evan Mobley.
Whoa.
What?
No.
What are you on?
No.
He's
No,
B
would
tier, I
say-
think.
He's B tier,
would-
and I'm thinking,
would- I would put him below Jeremy Grant in B tier.
Oh, that's
because
what
his
I was
efficiency-
thinking.
His
I'm good with
efficiency
that.
isn't great, and he plays so many minutes.
He's very inefficient.
Like, I'm
Might not
pretty
be
sure-
all his fault
I'm-
because he is on the Hornets, but
I'm pretty sure if you played Caleb Martin 37 minutes a game, he could average 20. Right? I'm fairly confident of that.
all right. Next, we've got one of the main guys on the Knicks, Julius Randle. 24 points, 9.3 rebounds, 5 assists, 0.6 steals, 0.3 blocks.
A tier.
Listen, he's been really good this season. I would be comfortable putting him in A tier, but I don't think.
You know what? I'm putting him over Evan Mobley. All right?
that's
might
exactly
put
what
him
I'm thinking,
Evan
over
Mobley.
Evan
I looked
Mobley.
back at the points, and but he's really inefficient from 3. But the thing is, Evan Mobley doesn't shoot threes, so I mean,
I'd
can I really
I'd
hold it
rather
against him? No.
I'd
So
I'd I'd,
You out
I'd
here-
rather have somebody take like 2 threes a game and miss them both than take 0 threes a game because at least you get some
Yeah.
spacing if they're at least taking
yes,
them.
at least people are going to try and defend Randall on the perimeter.
You out here talking about
Laker
3-point
legend.
percentage like Evan Mobley doesn't have a 20% 3-point percentage. Like
Yeah, he doesn't shoot. So I think Julius
Jeremy
Randall
Grant.
goes ahead of him just because of that.
Yeah.
Next guy is Aiden's nemesis, Jason Tatum.
God, I hate Tatum.
Goat.
I'm going bottom of S tier.
Yeah.
Because
If you put him bottom
28
of S tier,
points,
you need to put LeBron James in the bottom of S
28
tier.
points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and half a block. And the
LeBron
main
is
guy
just
on
as
the
good as Jason Tatum. He's just as good as Jason Tatum.
I don't think so.
This year, I'm gonna
If-
slightly disagree on that.
If LeBron James had the team the Celtics have, they would have won 3 championships already.
Okay, but we're talking about this year and the stats, and Jason Tatum's averaging the 8th most points in the league.
You can't say we're talking about this year after half your reasoning for Aaron Gordon being where he is because he had the championship.
Yeah, but that was kind of last year coming into this year. He's shown leadership without Jamal Murray and everything. Jason Tatum's definitely bottom of S tier. You can argue whether you want LeBron to move up there behind him.
LeBron's just as good as.
I think Jason Tatum's still just on a level above.
I think that S tier has to stay as like the top 3 people at that position, and with that we have to cut LeBron out of it.
Yeah.
Why
I
can't
don't
it be
know.
top 4?
LeBron is just. He doesn't belong there this season.
The next guy we've got, Pascal Siakam. 22 points, 6.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, but what is really bad, he's 6'8", and he averages 0.3 blocks.
He's a stinker.
Bum.
So he's not as good on defense, but he's really good on offense. He's okay from 3. He shoots field goals well. Where are we thinking?
I'm sitting here
I'm
like,
already
damn,
saying he's better than Kuzma.
yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, would I rather have him or Aaron Gordon?
Yeah,
I think he's
right.
better than Jalen Williams. I honestly think get the guy that dethrones Aaron Gordon.
Yep.
I think so.
King of B
I
tier.
think- Yeah, the king of mid.
And by the way it's looking, it's actually looking like the crop of power forwards this year might be one of the best we've ever had. A lot of people in a lot of high up tiers.
Oh, speaking of Pascal Siakam, he just hit a 3 to take the lead against the Lakers. Yeah, put him in. Yeah, he's ahead. He's ahead of Aaron Gordon.
God damn it.
Next we've got Cat. 22 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 0.8 steals, 0.6 blocks. Again, 0.6 blocks for his height, 6'11".
He's on Rudy Gobert's team though.
Yeah,
Not
Rudy
that
Gobert
great at
steals the
defense,
block.
but you don't need to be when he's on a team with Rudy who anchors it. And he's quite big for a power forward too.
I would put him bottom of A tier, honestly.
Yeah. No,
I would
because he's
put- I-
definitely
I
better
would-
than
I-
Siakam for me.
I'd put him over Randall. I think
Really?
he's better than Julius
Ooh,
Randall.
I don't know about that.
I'd put him in
I
between
don't
Evan
think he's better than
or-
Randall.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
I
and
do think he's better than Mobley.
yeah,
he's
he's
shooting
right between them.
He's shooting 41% from 3. I mean, that's a little ridiculous.
Now,
Yeah, but he just doesn't have that numbers that Randall does.
Now I'm thinking putting him above Randall.
I'd be
No,
comfortable.
I'm taking
Honestly,
Randall.
I'd be comfortable putting him either side of Randall.
Yeah.
Keep him below. But like, it could really go either way. The next guy is the bane of my existence, Patrick Williams. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block. Randomly has like a 20-point game and then does nothing for the next 6 games. He basically puts up the same sort of stat lines that Draymond does.
He's shooting 41% from 3 on the season.
He
though.
shoots efficient, but he never shoots. Ever.
Well, probably just because he's a role player.
And he can only shoot threes. He cannot do anything on the interior.
He sounds exactly like Caleb Martin.
He's, in my opinion, if I was building a team, I would want Patrick Williams over Caleb Martin because of potential. But if it was based on a win now situation, I'd be taking Caleb Williams over Patrick Williams.
Stop calling him Caleb Williams.
Martin.
His name is Caleb
Caleb
Martin.
Martin over Patrick
He
Williams.
is not playing quarterback for the Bears next year.
Smash is a little too excited for the NFL draft.
Hey, he's playing. He's playing it for the Commanders.
So I think Patrick Williams is good sitting there. He's definitely better than Santi Aldama, but he's not very good. Next we've got big boy Zion Williamson. He was out last game and he might be out next game, but
He's
22
fat.
points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists. with a
Very good,
steal.
James.
I taking
You know what?
he's fat
You know what?
out of it. He's
Put
putting up
him
good
at-
numbers.
Put him above Evan Mobley.
Put him in
Move
F for
Mobley
fat.
I
down.
think,
Put him in F
but
for
I
fat.
think
Move
his-
Mobley down. Move
Zion-
Mobley down.
Zion's putting up very similar numbers to Julius Randle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so put
but
him
he's
above
still
Evan
below
Mobley.
Julius Randle.
I'd put him below Cat as well, but I would put him
Yeah. Fuck
above
Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley.
Yeah.
And next, Isaiah Stewart's going. If I could, he's below
Make another
F.
tier.
He is.
Make another tier. Make an
Isaiah
Isaiah Stewart tier
Stewart.
right now. Make an Isaiah Stewart tier
I'm
right
not
now.
making an Isaiah Stewart tier, but he
Make
is
one.
the worst
He
power forward
deserves
in the
it.
league. He's just awful. Well, one of the worst players in the league. His stats, you can look at his stats, and his stats don't look as bad as how he plays. 10, 7 with a block, or 0.6 blocks. Doesn't seem awful, but when you watch him play, he looks like he's never picked up a basketball before.
He doesn't
He's
do anything.
bad. He goes out there with Jalen Duren, and the spacing gets completely ruined, and oh god, he's awful. He is. I hate thinking about him. He's just. I hate thinking about him. He's the reason the Pistons keep losing.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know about
if he
that.
himself is the reason.
He's the reason. He's the
The
reason.
Pistons are also just not good.
He's the only reason.
Killian Hayes is probably the reason. Let's be real.
All right, James, you want to send us out?
Oh yeah. So that wraps up our power forward tier list. Let us know in the comments if you'd move anyone to a different tier. Thank you for watching, and click the links in the description.